In speaking with Mrs. Garraby, though, I've explained to her that from a district leadership perspective, we, and I'm going to include the staff and all of my site administrators, are providing what the policies, what the ed code, what our professional training, what our professional experience recommends should occur.
And here are 10 things we could do to improve the situation here in Saugus. Number one, we have to close the communication gap between teachers and you. Those of you who truly stand behind the data that you presented at the special behavior meeting have either not been listening or you do not understand what we are talking about. The gap is as wide as it has ever been between some of us, which leads us to number two, eliminate PBIS. It has too many flaws. For example, with the tickets, we are teaching children to do the right thing, but for the wrong reason. And it counts on teachers putting information into an ODR that is inefficient and ineffective. If a teacher does input the data, the first thing that happens is she's given a huge list of more work to do on an impossible timeline. If a child does move through the tiers, then there's inadequate support personnel to help that child and their behaviors in a way that is both consequential, logical, and effective. Now take this into consideration. We have kids who are identified with big behavior problems in TK and K. They're in the upper grades now. I think that right in itself is evidence that it is not and has not been working. They just keep moving through. Number three, involve parents sooner before behaviors get big with truthful transparency. Addressing small problems is a great way to avoid having big ones. Number four, reinstate the consequences that are already allowed in ed code. If a child's behavior stops the learning, remove the child from the classroom. If detention is required, have it after school or on the weekends. At those detentions, you could give behavior management lessons that could make it restorative, not just punitive. And by all means, suspend any violent actions. Number five, restore the basic behavior management tools that you required us to get rid of. Clip charts, flip charts, behavior gauges, old-fashioned Canfield journals, class dojos, even classroom economies can all be highly effective in helping kids learn to self-regulate before they get into big behaviors. Number six, I'll say it again, get rid of the oversized furniture that causes further crowding. It really does affect behavior. More on that later. Number seven, bring back the counselors. It helps mitigate problems before they become exploded, and also provide a map of where the calming room is in each site supposed to be, not calm corners. They are not the same thing. Number eight, do not overlook this one. Stop placing children with special needs in regular ed classrooms without first ensuring you have what they need there. They get overwhelmed, and it is no wonder that they act out. They become destructive and dangerous, not only to themselves, but everybody else in the classroom. They are not the only children with big behaviors, but they are some of the most vulnerable, and we could help them. Number nine, we've got to improve the climate for teachers. Thank you for what you said. You can't be your best teacher when you're anxious and you're worried about the safety of your children, and you can't speak up because you're nervous about retribution, which is what all the teachers are telling me. I'm afraid I'm going to get my grade level placement changed or my site changed because I'll be labeled a troublemaker, not a problem solver. And number 10, please consider this very seriously. We have along the worst ratio of adults to children in the country. The Board of Education's recommended ratio is 22-1. We have 28 and 32. I'm not asking for more teachers.
Thank you.
I'm simply asking for more help in the classroom.
Thank you.
God bless you.